Hello, and welcome to the Trace PA Create module. In the Audit module, communication between the auditor and the client happens throughout the audit process. This includes requesting documents at the beginning of the audit, during the audit, and near the completion of the audit. To support this, Trace PA provides a document request list. This is a predefined list of documents that auditors commonly need during financial statement audits and statutory audits. Most of the information typically required during an audit is already covered here. If something specific is not available, the auditor can add additional items. From the settings screen, all of these options are provided here, and the auditor can use any of them as needed. These items can then be used to request documents from the client. To do this, the auditor selects the client user, who will respond to the request. The auditor then sets a due date and adds a message explaining what information is required. For example, data for a specific quarter or particular financial statements. When the auditor clicks Send, an email notification goes to the selected client user. The client logs into the client portal, reviews the request, uploads the required information, and shares it back with the auditor. Once the client shares the information, the documents appear here, organized and ready for audit use. For example, you may see accounts receivable information listed against each request. In addition to the document request list, auditors can also raise questions or clarifications during audit testing. If the auditor has an observation or a question while performing an audit procedure, they can select the client user here and send the query along with their comments. The client receives the email, logs into the client portal, and responds to the query. The response appears directly here under the corresponding item, allowing the auditor to continue the audit. If the client attaches any supporting documents, those files also appear here and can be used for audit purposes. This is how communication during the audit takes place in Trace PA.